All right, we continue to track Isaias right now, paralleling the coast of Florida and as well Georgia. Currently a tropical storm, sustained winds at 70 miles an hour. It is forecast to strengthen to hurricane status before making landfall later this evening. It's about 220 miles to the south-southwest of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's heading in that general direction. And then it's eventually, of course, is going to work over land and then eventually head up in our direction. And as the storm, as we move forward in time, the storm's forward motion is also going to be increasing. So it's going to be moving through Connecticut and a thing of the past by even say 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow night. So the storm center again taking a track just to the west of Connecticut. Our conditions will be deteriorating as we head through the afternoon tomorrow and into the evening hours. So what we're expecting from the storm, break it down for you. Rain 2 to 4 inches across Connecticut, the heaviest likely across the western part of the state. Want to show you our latest run here of FUTURECAST. And we've been monitoring this axis of heavy rain. At times it's been to the west of 87 in New York. Now it's currently to the east of I-87. So we could see in portions of northwest Connecticut locally higher amounts. So that's where we have a flash flood watch in effect. As you head farther east across the state, perhaps some 1 and 2 inch totals from this system. Furthermore, we're talking about winds that could gust to over 60 miles an hour. That could lead to some isolated damage and as well power outages. So I want to track the winds, and these are tropical storm force winds. The probability of them is they're going to be working up the coast over the Carolinas again, and then eventually into Connecticut as we head through tomorrow evening. Again, this is when we're expecting the peak of the wind and for those gusts to perhaps reach or exceed 60 miles an hour. And then also with that wind and in tandem with the full moon and the upcoming high tide cycle for tomorrow night, there's the possibility of storm surge 1 to 3 feet above average again later tomorrow into tomorrow night. In the meantime, we've got a hot summer day underway. A lot of sunshine. We're up to 86 at Brainerd Airport in Hartford, 83 New Haven, upper 70s near 80 right now in the Northwest Hills. Mid-80s throughout eastern Connecticut. We've had a westerly component of the wind behind a weak cold front that's moved through, so not much cooler, but certainly a bit drier. The air is drying out just a bit. That's going to be brief because as the wind switches back to a southerly direction, it's going to pump tropical moisture into the state, so we'll see an increase in cloud cover this evening, and the chance for some tropical downpours will increase overnight. So there's our view from Torrington as well from Hartford, showing ample sunshine on this Monday afternoon as we head from our capital city into the Elm City. We're looking good as well, and farther down the shoreline there in New London, 86 right now with that west-southwesterly breeze. So temps today likely reach or exceed 90, especially inland. A little cooler in the Northwest Hills and mid and upper 80s along the shoreline. So pretty quiet right now here across southern New England, but again, all eyes on Isaias as it eventually is going to be heading up in our direction. So here's FUTURECAST. Tomorrow's weather today showing good amount of sunshine this afternoon. This evening, clouds will be on the increase. Maybe a late day shower after the sun has set. Tropical downpours will kind of be on and off throughout the day tomorrow. It's going to be a breezy Tuesday, but the wind will really be increasing as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. And there you can see the center of the storm basically heading up the Hudson Valley. And then by 11 o'clock tomorrow night, perhaps making its way into central and northern New England. So on our early warning forecast here with regard to the impacts for Connecticut. Flash flooding is certainly a possibility where the heaviest rain falls across western Connecticut. Could again be some wind damage. There's the possibility for coastal flooding with that storm surge. And as tropical systems move inland, there is a threat tomorrow evening into the overnight hours where we could see some isolated tornadic development. So a situation we're going to be watching very closely. So many facets of the storm. We'll be keeping you updated as we make our way closer in time to tomorrow. So windy and wet tomorrow. By early Wednesday morning, it's done and over. Maybe a pop-up storm by Wednesday afternoon. Thursday's dry. Friday, primarily dry. The upcoming weekend, maybe a pop-up shower storm on Saturday. Otherwise, highs back in the mid and upper 80s for both weekend days. And as of now, Sunday looks dry.